పవన్ కళ్యాణ్ గారిని మనస్ఫూర్తిగా అభినందిస్తున్నా. అదే మరి బీజేపీ అగ్రనాయకత్వాన్ని నరేంద్ర మోడీ గారిని, అమిత్ షా గారిని, ఇక్కడికి వచ్చిన అబ్జర్వర్స్ని,
It is going to be the NDA government in 2024 after 2014 and 2019 is what poll pundits have been saying, given the fact that the NDA has sufficient numbers to stake claim to form the government in 2024 itself as well. Although this time around the BJP, which is the principal party in the NDA fold, has not been able to get absolute majority on its own, just the way they got in 2014 and 2019 as well. So a lot of stitching up will have to do with the alliances, a lot of talking will have to be done with the alliances as well. In particular, the BJP's alliance with Chandrababu, Naidu and Pawan Kalyan in Andhra Pradesh, and of course Nitish Kumar in JDU, who has in fact won the equal number of seats that the BJP has won in Bihar as well. So the BJP will in fact, top bars of the BJP will have having a conversation this afternoon when the meeting takes place at the Prime Minister's residence at 7 LKM, and NDA partners have been asked to come in as well. Now let's take a look as to how the allies really stand as far as the BJP is really concerned in the NDA. Now Chirag Paswan also has been able to win 5 out of 5 seats. He was due to become a minister last time around also after his father's demise, but you know there was a split within the party fold, and after that Chirag Paswan in fact forgot about this particular dream coming true as well. But it is understood that probably Chirag Paswan, who's been a loyal soldier as far as Prime Minister Narendra Modi is concerned, who he calls himself as his Hanuman, and also the other top brass of the party, he is in fact going to be likely to ask for a cabinet berth for himself as well. As far as the Chandrababu Naidu and Pawan Kalyan led alliance in Andhra Pradesh is concerned, there will be talks and discussions on a lot of issues, including the fact that in the state assembly, where Chandrababu Naidu has the maximum number of seats, will he give anything away to the BJP and the Janasena? Will he give them any pie or any share in the government? That remains to be seen. Now, Chandrababu Naidu in 1999, during the Vajpayee times, had also asked for the speaker's position, because the speaker's position holds a lot of key as far as parliamentary conduct is really concerned. So will he continue with that? We'll have to just wait and watch. But one must understand that in 2014, Chandrababu Naidu had a cabinet berth for his party and also had a MOS berth for his party as well. But this time around, he's come up with a decisive mandate of 16 or 17 seats. So he's likely to in fact ask for more pound of his flesh. We've seen how Nitish Kumar was very reluctant to join the NDA government in the centre for a very, very long time. But RCP Singh was finally made the minister in the Modi government. But that did not last for too long, because RCP Singh was finally asked to resign by Nitish Kumar as well. With the flip-flops that Nitish Kumar has been doing, and probably he also has a lack of trust as far as his political supporters are concerned, it will be important to see if he actually also asks for a speaker's position, that being the key in the centre as well, and how many cabinet berths that he will actually ask for also remains to be suspension as far as the entire matter is really concerned as well. Anupriya Patel, another sitting minister in the Modi government, has been able to just win her seat. Her party lost the second seat in Robertsganj. So will Anupriya be repeated? That's also one important thing to watch out for. Now the matter comes to the state of Maharashtra also. We have not seen too much of support and too much of success coming in. The Eknath did not come at the for Ajit Pawar led faction is really concerned, but the Eknath Shinde faction was able to win a decent amount of seats. And even though Eknath Shinde, when he joined the BJP ranks last time around, he had in fact was committed that he would be given a cabinet berth, but he did not take this cabinet berth then. He's also going to be hoping that the NDA will in fact give him a representation in the centre as well. There are smaller parties within the northeast who have been supporting the BJP, and northeast is where the BJP has won quite a few seats with the support of the NDA partners as well. Will there be something in for them? That also remains to be seen as well. So far, it was a comfortable journey as far as the BJP is concerned in 2014 and 2019, because they were the single largest party and they had maximum numbers on their own as well. But this time around, the equation is a little changed, although it is of course a majority for the NDA. But this time around, instead of having an absolute government, they probably will look at having a government which is the coalition one in nature. Now, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has often spoken about the fact that there are demerits as far as coalition government is concerned, given the fact that his single largest party status would have ensured that he can do multiple things without thinking, and probably he could go ahead and take tough decisions on his own as well. But such is the matter right now, that a coalition government is imperative, and that's why the NDA leaders have been called for a meeting in the national capital at the Prime Minister's residence later this afternoon.